making concoctions.
Yes! It's called Gnerkenflirten cake. It's an ancient recipe, but I Americanized it.
Yeah, so one might say you brought Geflirkenerken into the 80s?
Yes, but I'm not one to blow my own vertebrin.
Excellent riveter.
I can understand how you could confuse the two.
Anyway, the point is, guilt is a very bad thing. Story over.
I was just talking to Lily. I hear you're moving with her back to Chicago.
That's right.
Good idea. Now you can ruin.
Say that there were two things a lady could never have enough of. Lace handkerchiefs and gentlemen callers. Maybe next Mother's Day I'll bring you a gentleman collar. You want to go in the dining room, have some tea? Not right now, darling.
Monkeys.
The correct answer is C, howler monkeys.
Yes! No, I can't do this. Oh, this isn't who I am. I'm... Sophia, you can speak your mind because you know you're needed around here. But Kirsten has her own family.
Blanche, that does it. That does it. I have had it. Now listen, up until the time we started working together, you were my best friend. The reason we were such good friends was because you trusted me. Now all of a sudden, I don't know, you think I'm some other person, someone who'd stab you in the back. I am not that person. Blanche, I am still your best friend.
Oh, you don't have to go. The two of you are like family. I can say this in front of you.
I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. Oh, Stanley, I'm so happy.
Dennis had an affair and I've left him.
Dan, take your damn hands off me!
Sweet Jesus, am I in trouble? Now I lay me down to sleep.
Listen.
Twice in 2 days? Then he shows up with that girl today. Whew, how old could she have been?
Not very.
You're not like most women, Blanche, I'll tell you that.
What do you mean?
Well, wouldn't most women let a thing like this make them feel old?
Yes.
And
Virginia, you knew I was dating him. Then I had to go to the country to visit Aunt Augusta. When I got back, I had Poison Ivy and you had Tom. I loved that boy. I wanted to marry him. We were serious.
You only had 2 dates with him?
I was fast.
I swear, I didn't think that you liked him at...
Children, then me. And that kind of marriage just can't work. At least it can't for me.
Blanche, I can be there for all of you. I can do it. I've been able to do just about anything I set my mind to. I know I can do this too.
Richard, nobody can do it all. Now...
Rose, what are you doing? I heard the creative process is a lot like giving birth, so I'm doing my Lamaze breathing.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I wasn't the only one with the Invisible Man fantasy.
I don't think my mother was planning on using the suntan lotion on the chicken. What do you mean you've made that mistake before?
President Bush is coming to dedicate the new senior citizen center down the street. The motorcade goes right by here.
So?
So, all the neighbors on the block will be out on their lawns. It'll be 100 degrees out.
Use vodka and black underwear like everyone else.
Can we just get this over before I lose my nerve?
Marguerite, I hate to interrupt your work, but we have to talk to you.
Yeah, but before we do, I just want you to know that Tootie is my favorite on the Facts of Life.
Be alive.
My God, I've got goosebumps. Mel will be here any minute.
Honey, why are you so jumpy? You've been out with Mel 1,000 times.
I know, but now there's more at stake. Everything's changed. It's all new and exciting. In many ways, I feel just the way
Like it right now, but you did the right thing by telling Dorothy about Elliot.
What about Elliot?
He made a pass at me.
While he's seeing my Dorothy?
Yes.
I can't believe it. My daughter is finally dating a doctor. He turns out to be a scuzzbucket.
Why does everything happen to me?
The little man who lives in there who turns the light on and off, he'll tell you.
I'm not in the mood for jokes, especially about the little man. You know he scares me. It's really been hitting me lately. Everybody's job down at the TV station is exciting but mine.
Any of those things, but for one brief moment, Virginia would think she'd hit the jackpot.
That's one is a tramp. Are they here yet?
No, not yet, but Rose left for the airport over an hour.
Well, it's volume 7 of the encyclopedia.
My mother talked me into getting her the new Stephen King.
Well, we do have the one that came out last Tuesday.
Well, as long as it's not about some little creature who finds new and inventive ways of terrorizing. I'll tell you what, I'll drop the film off when I pick up our tickets to the Philharmonic today.
Philharmonic?
Yep. Beethoven Sonata number 29. 1 week from tonight, just you and me under the stars. Well, aren't you excited?
I'm lactating.
Work it in anyway. What tragedy, Rose?
I can't talk about it.
Fine.
Good. But it had to do with barbecuing elk, a big fire, and someone who lost his balance.
Got it.
Clear as a bell.
Oh, you won.
Oh, no, I owe you
Oh,
one.
girls, what's the difference? The important thing is we're all friends again.
Maybe you're all friends again, but not me. I don't forgive, I don't forget, and I'm prone to growing moles. I can't help it, I'm Italian.
My cat was named Lindstrom. I used to make it for him on his birthday and other holidays.
Wait a minute, your last name was Lindstrom. You named your cat Lindstrom?
Yes, it was less confusing for him.
I'm gonna clear the stuff from inside.
She's something.
A real pistol.
Energy she has. Look at this meal she made us just...
Case, I want you to know that despite everything, I have never, ever loved anyone as much as I loved you.
I know that, Stan.
Then you forgive me?
I forgive you.
That makes me feel so much better.
And that makes me feel so much better.
Bankrupt.
And this affects me how?
Well, don't you understand? If we take that money, there won't be any left for the police cars and the fire trucks and the Children's Cheese Museum.
You have a museum where children go to look at cheese? Rose, you're too hard on yourself. I know people who think you're dumb over the phone. Doorbell. Doorbell.
Respect your opinion. What exactly is your complaint?
That I don't get $150 an hour like you.
What do you think we should do?
In my experience, most domestic problems can usually be resolved through a willingness to cooperate and some hard work.
Oh, so you're saying that if we become... Change Kevin's grade. I mean, this isn't worth it. I can't put my family through this. I thought I could make a difference. I can't. They win.
Thank you, Dorothy. That makes me feel better.
That's good, Mom.
Dorothy, can we have a big screen TV?
No.
Dorothy, please, I'm scared.
Yet. Besides, Blanche needs me now. Look, I have to go. No, Sonny, no. All right, if I do it, will you hang up? I got you, babe.
Rose, in my opinion, it is time to say bye-bye to Mr. Longfellow and Elvis. I mean, what's the use of having a garage sale if we can't part with anything?
How much for this hockey stick?
$1,100.
I was talking about patience. Rose, just tell Ernie that sex is not the most important part of a relationship. Just ask anybody married to an Englishman. I'm going to call Ernie right now.
I think we have a lot to talk about.
Come back here.
Well, I see you're right at home in a private jet.
Oh, well, I always try to take a private jet whenever I jet.
And here I thought I was impressing.
Oh, stop your complaining. Mike was a very nice man.
He burned down a diner in Arkansas because his eggs were runny.
Blanche, I think you owe Dorothy an apology.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
Don't you tell me to shut up.
Okay, I will. Shut up, Rose.
Doctor, you see the way they always...
Don't I always?
I thought maybe you forgot.
I never forget.
But I hate nectarines.
You have to eat.
Sophia, it doesn't matter. You know that.
Crazy talk. Comes from not eating enough fresh fruit. Here.
Sophia, once they goofed up my blood with that transfusion.
I embody the values of truth and honesty for which the award stands.
What happened to Emma Immerhofer?
She was disqualified when they found a skeleton in her closet.
What was it?
Mr. Immerhofer.
This thing isn't solid gold, is it?
Oh, no, you just peel off the gold foil and it's...
I didn't pull out my chair, and then when the check came, he made me pay half the bill. What did I ever do to deserve that?
Sounds to me like you put out before dinner again. She loves you, yeah.
I think that's when the pods take over your body.
I hate to admit it, but there may be something to Rose's positive thinking course. Last night after the meeting, I decided to write down all the negative thoughts that come into my... And the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days...
Yes, we have. I'm sorry, but my travel agent said it would be easier if we prepaid everything.
Believe me, it is.
What do we do now?
We have no choice. We have to stay.
Oh, goody! Now, look, ladies, you need anything, anytime, day or night. You call me.
Well, we can't. The phone is dead.
Well, there's plenty of stations.
Fact is, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be ridiculous, Dorothy. You love the man for who he is. It's not like he's driving you around in a tiny car with a giant key on the back. Is he? Girl's mouth water.
Oh, my God. That's her. I sure hope time has been good to Trudy. Good, not great. Oh, Trudy.
Dorothy!
The so-so. No, again, that was not mine. They sell bumper stickers out of the Thimble Museum. So, Rose, how about tomorrow night? Dinner at the usual, huh? And, you know, we've been putting off that trip to Zipper.
To pay for it. I certainly haven't.
She's always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Fine. Make jokes. I'd just like to know how you all would feel if you thought you were going to have a test tube for a son-in-law.
You know, Ma, I seem to remember another time you were trying to make extra money so you could buy a TV set.
Do you happen to be talking about Brooklyn, April 1954?
You remember that, but you don't know that MASH is off the air.
Shut up and stroll with me.
And there are too many years left, and I don't know what to do.
Get a poodle.
It's yes, I know it is. She's gonna marry him.
Oh, come on, Rose.
What the kids about you?
Really?
Oh, not about us. About you. About how you knew their father. They found it unbelievable.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that you and I finally met.
Oh, I thought you meant they wouldn't believe there were any dinosaurs still around from World War II.
Speaking of dinosaurs, why is there an R on some of our coffee cups?
R for regular, blank ones are decaf.
I don't believe you.
Look, I know intellectually there's no way I can catch it. But now that it's so close to home, it's scary.
Well, Sophia, I'm afraid you're just gonna have to get over that.
Girls, you are my very best friends in the entire world, and I trust and respect you more than any people I know, so I want you to tell me the truth. Now, honestly, do you think I'm competent at what I do?
Based on the sounds from your bedroom, I'd bet you're damn near spectacular.
I could have lost my balance and chipped a tooth.
You think that's annoying? She came into my room last night when I was reenacting the gangplank scene from Peter Pan. What? I'll never be cured, but I know now I can live without drugs my whole life, one day at a time.
I'm just glad you got that monkey off your back.
I never had a monkey on my back. Although when I was a child, I had a chicken named Gordon. Oh, and what a great... Oh. You're off to a good start. Okay, now where was I? Oh, yes, where Hans first spots the hare.
Rose, I just got a pledge for $50 if you will stop singing.
Oh, my nose!
Ma, quit listening at the door. I'm flying my mother's sister, Angela, over from Sicily.
And she's bringing the surprise?
Well, thank you, Rose. Thank you for rubbing my nose in the fact that you had a faithful husband. Why did George cheat on me?
Why does any man cheat?
Well, there are two popular theories. One, men are victims of an evolutionary process which genetically programs...
Cool it gets here this time of year.
No, you picked the right time to visit. Another month, it would be very humid.
You don't know humid till you've been in St. Louis in mid-August.
Now, I hear it gets very, very humid there, especially in mid-August.
Incredibly humid and it's hot, sticky.
Why the hell are you marrying my son?
I even tried to help her find her little old gypsy mama.
Well, I lied to Stan. I used to tell him how great he was in bed. It was really very difficult, but fortunately, I only had to tell him on his birthday.
Absolutely awesome.
We better get to the church. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Grandma, why don't you come with me and Daddy?
Come on, Sophia, it'll be fun. We can catch up with old times.
No, we can't. I had a stroke. Luckily, my memories of you were wiped out.
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
He was 12 when he stopped. He wanted to come home from school at lunchtime. I got nothing left up here.
Oh, Ma.
Well, she's gone.
That's next year. Jeez, I can't believe I blew it. Pepe, it's not your fault. They are not going to give you another chance because you're Cuban. Huh?
Because you're Cuban.
Oh. Because I'm a vet and a rented garage.
Dorothy, don't get mad, and don't hit me if you do. I kind of bought a Corvette without telling you.
You bought a car without telling me.
I couldn't help myself. I was going through a midlife crisis.
So was I.
Sophia, the things you say, she didn't mean that, Blanche.
Of course I mean it. Look at her. My cab driver would fall in love. Did I get something to eat, or is the fancy man in the kitchen?
The way she talks.
She can't help it.
Sophia, why don't you run along? I need to talk to your daughter alone.
Sure. Whatever she says, I have an alibi.
So, Dorothy, I bet you love your mother a lot. Well, that depends. What has she done? 6 cakes of soap,
Dorothy, would you please speak to me?
1 can of cleanser.
No, I'm not going to get the cleanser until you talk to me. Oh, Dorothy, if you won't talk to me, how can I understand why you're angry with me?
Just coffee and a walk along the beach.
What about it?
Oh, come on.
Hot to racing. Oh, feel.
Lower. No, it's like there's some kind of wild animal energy in there. Pounding, burning, yearning.
In the city hall and make it legal.
Stan.
Dorothy, it's fate. Divine intervention. The hurricane. Us pretending we're married. If God didn't want us to be together again, he would never have sent us a priest.
I'm not a priest.
Angelo, get back here. What do you mean you're not a priest?
I cannot go on with this deception.
Over there, over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are
That is the
coming.
lullaby that your mother sang to you?
Well, it was the only song she knew.
During what will possibly do?
Dorothy's right. The sun's rays can be dangerous. Now there's a hole in the ozone layer.
If you all are out here to try to get me to patch things up with Rebecca, you can forget it.
Blanche, there comes a time when you have to let your daughter make her own decisions. I remember, Dorothy, when you would decide... My Heine's asleep.
Fine, we'll keep our voices down.
It's a beautiful thing you two have together.
What?
You and Sophia are the closest mother and daughter I ever...
Surgery? You mean heart bypass?
Yeah, the doctor says the problem's been brewing for years. I don't understand it. I always exercise, eat healthy.
Oh, please. Your idea of healthy eating is taking the skin off a knockwurst.
Whatever. He says I don't have a choice anymore. Oh, Dorothy.
Oh, come on.
It's me, Blanche.
Oh, Blanche, you're not a terrible person. You're just horny all the time.
Rose, it's Dorothy.
Gosh, I can't talk to her, not now. Oh.
Lockma, what?
What? You're sitting on top of me. I open my eyes, I see paws like that. I think I'm on the moon.
Did you have a nice nap, Sophia?
I didn't have a nap. I died a little. I went to heaven.
Oh, Ma, you just...
Excuse me, would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, thank you.
The vending machine gave me 2 by mistake. Hospitals. Nothing ever works the way it's supposed to.
Wait a minute.
Haven't lost a thing. Why, the way you can tell a story, the way you twirled me around that dance floor, you'd think it was 30 years ago.
Oh, gosh, look at the time. I better go.
Oh, baloney. It's late now. In 10 minutes, it'll still be late. You just sit yourself down right there. Go on. That boy.
I'm not happy with my Zabayonis.
Maybe you just need a push-up bra.
Blanche, Zabaglione is a traditional Italian dessert. It's my Uncle Angelo's favorite.
Yeah, my brother, he's quite the scunjascarora.
Or even I...
Town.
Where is he taking you?
I'm not allowed to say security reasons.
Ma, none of this is true.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Julio Iglesias. You satisfied?
We'll make the reservation for 4. She'll tell us the truth when she gets here.
Hi, Rose. Hey, how was football practice? Terrible. It's the laziest team I've ever seen in my life. They didn't bust their tackles. They didn't crack their blocks. They played like a bunch of babies.
Coach, you dropped the whistle.
Oh, thanks, Billy. That was very nice of you. Now you two boys run along home.
Okay, bye.
Billy?
Yes?
I said, Dorothy.
This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Howell used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk, and the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
Sophia, I said abhorred.
Abhorred, a slut, a tramp, it's all...
Ma, we're talking about Rose.
Yeah, lately she's been abhorred too.
Frankly, I am worried.
Grand. Just grand.
You know, Blanche, this is like a perfect family. Well, almost perfect. Maybe someday there'll be room for...
Hello? I'm Dorothy Zbornak. I have an appointment about the vice principal's job. Yes, unfortunately, my car broke down and I'm stuck here at the auto mechanics. Is there any way that Mr. Pratt could see me later this afternoon?
My baby is gone. Oh, Sophia.
He outran enemy fire at Iwo Jima, but phlebitis is the enemy he couldn't outrun tonight. And now, it's time to tango.
Blanche, I can't. Even when you tell her.
Oh, I'm not telling her anything.
Well, she's your friend. You've got to tell her.
Oh, no, I don't. The last time a friend's sweetheart made a pass at me, I lost my friend, Anderbo.
Anderbo?
That's right, Anderbo Johnson. Clyde Whitehead, Anderbo's beau, decided he wanted to see my cheerleader sweater from the inside.
She knows how long it took us to save that money. You can trust her.
Don't get mad.
Ma, did you buy the CD today?
Not exactly. I said don't get mad.
Sophia, what did you do with our money?
I think you're going to be really impressed. I made a very shrewd deal with a guy I met at the bus stop.
Oh.
This thing.
Spill it, Ma.
I'm scared. I'll do anything you say.
Where is the jacket, Ma?
I gave it to the guy from the thrift shop.
You what?
Let's go. We've got to get down there before they sell it.
Big deal. It's only across every day this week with a variety of homemade Danish, begging her to listen to reason. Well, she didn't want the apricot, and she didn't want the cheese, but today the prunes seemed to do the trick.
Always does for me.
Anyway, after she snarfed down 2 of them, she said she'd save the tree.
Speak of the devil, here comes the miserable Lord.
Oh, forget it. I don't know what you were trying to accomplish, Blanche, but it didn't work. It didn't work at all. Goodbye.
Wait, Jerry, wait, there's been a mistake. I had no idea what kind of place this was, I swear.
Miss Devereaux, nice to see you again.
I can't.
Oh, come on, pussycat. You figured out that mystery at dinner.
Oh, Ma, that was a game. This is life.
Oh, that's right. You've never been good at life.
How can I be accused of murder? I am a Devereaux. Things like this usually happen to people. Something terrible has happened.
Gee, and everything was going so well up until now.
Look at these programs. Bob Hope's name is still on them.
How did that happen? Who's in charge of the programs?
I forgot.
Oh.
I guess I figured he was going to come.
We have to make an announcement. Refund everybody's money.
Oh, and I guess now's as good a time as any.
I want help. Help and new clothes. So, I'll go to a counselor. If you'll drive me.
Drive you? Were you kidding? I'll listen to 8 tracks with you. Of course, we'll have to use Rose's car. No, but when...
I guess you two are in the same boat. I'm in the yacht.
What's this boat she keeps talking about?
Don't worry, Rose, you missed it.
Sorry, Doctor. I thought my mother was open enough to understand. Thank you for your time.
Ladies,
Just out of curiosity, you don't have any Tony Bennett socked away, do you?
For somebody else.
Blanche, I didn't steal your date. Ted told me that the two of you had absolutely nothing in common.
Well, obviously, he's dull, boring, and has dubious taste, to say the least.
That is...
Oh, Mom, we'll talk when I get back. Thank you for everything. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. And I love you too, Dennis.
Hey, goodbye, Dorothy.
Oh, listen, don't take any guff from her. But take good care of her. Because if you don't, I'll kill you, you know.
You have to get him out of
Look,
here.
girls, I know how difficult it is living with Stanley. Don't forget, I did it for 38 years. But the man is recovering from major surgery. He needs us.
He is taking advantage of you.
He is sick. Now, he's the only one who can know when he's ready to leave. It has to be his decision.
Well, sometimes people... Well, I can't believe it. It was only yesterday you were selling us cookies.
Now she's giving them away.
Mary, honey, have you told your father?
Well, I tried, but since Mom died, I don't know. We're just on different wavelengths.
Well, honey, what about the baby's father? I mean, after all, it's his responsibility, too.
Anyway, Mother was having trouble with her transmission, and Andy was in...
It's after 1 o'clock. You're late.
So done.
Susan, please, this is not the time or the place.
It's me, isn't it? I've driven you away. What if I dyed my hair? I'd even dye it that color. If they still make that color.
Susan, it's over, and you have to accept that. And a word of warning, I haven't graded your...
Lamb skins are the ultra-sensitive.
Two of them have the lamb skins, and the blonde has the ultra-sensitive in black.
Lamb skins are $12.95, the black...
Just party. When it's done, I'd like you to take a look at it.
I'd be happy to, Mr. Allen.
Be happy to, Mr. Allen. My, Dorothy, aren't we licking boots a little early this morning?
I had a light breakfast. Here's your mail.
Why don't you just tell me what's in...
Me?
Think you might like some company tonight?
Maybe some other time, Blanche.
San Quentin. 15 years I spent in that stinking hole. I saw violence, I saw despair, I saw Johnny Cash 8 times.
Well, I guess that concludes the interview, unless there are any questions.
Blanche, don't you think it's time we cut the cake?
Oh, yes, I do, Rose.
Who invited a lightener?
Clell Lightner? I think I used that on my hair once.
Clell was the cutest boy at our high school. He was also the only sophomore old enough to get into a bar.
What did you do when you got there?
I sat in my father's truck for hours.
You know, I could really get tired of this.
Good morning, girls. Dorothy, you're a mess.
No, I just spilled orange juice on myself.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Call Blanche some...
Checks anymore. Why I can't afford to live without that pension.
Well, honey, now let's not panic. I'm sure they can't just cut you off.
She's right. There has to be a good explanation. Honey, you'll call them tomorrow. Everything will be fine.
Well, what if it's not? What if I can't pay my own way? What if I can't afford food? What if I have to sleep outside in some park?
I'm not patronizing you. I'm mocking you. Look, Ma, if there is a hurricane coming, it's not going to get here for a while, so come on. Sit down and relax.
Okay. I'm glad we have this quiet time before the storm hits, because there's something I'd like to tell you.
I can't believe it. This is for me. They're standing for me. My good friends. Oh, God. I wonder what they're thinking.
My baby's getting married. This is too much.
I'm responsible for all the decisions I made in my life, and if my life didn't turn out perfectly, well, whose has?
Marianne Mobley comes to mind. I mean, she gets to sleep with Gary Collins every night. Every night.
No, what I'm trying to say is we all make the best decisions we can make.
Fior Jr. He didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps. He thought scum was beneath him.
You know, I just realized the best reason of all to join this walkathon.
What's that, Ma?
I get away from this ditz for a whole day.
Can I pet your cat, lady?
Well, sure, sweetheart.
What's his name?
Mr. Peepers?
I had a cat just like him. His name was Harpo, but he died. I miss him.
Oh, well, you'll have to get yourself another kitty. Would you?
Ridiculous. We are not poor. We thought we had $10,000, and now we don't. But we're no better or worse off than we were 24 hours ago.
If that was a pep talk, it stunk.
Look at this. There's a celebrity auction to benefit the homeless, and they're selling a leather jacket worn by a major rock star at...
What I think Rose is trying to say is that things aren't working out, and we're going to have to let you go.
You're firing me?
Oh, no. Yes.
They love, they hate, they eat. They dream, they hope, they eat. Every time you turn around, they eat.
Sophia, are those four women us?
Look in the mirror, blubberbutt. The point I'm trying to make is, what's going on here is living. Just because you...
I sent a bullet to bite on.
Your choice, Blanche. Razor or cream remover?
Cheesecake. This reminds me of the first time I ever shaved my legs. It was at a slumber party when I was 11 years old. What's a slumber party without snacks?
Instead of cheesecake, let's have oatmeal cookies.
What is that?
I didn't know the answer, so I drew a little man. Is it this guy?
No, I'm afraid it's not. Let's go to Rose. Her response to American hero buried in Grant's tomb was, who is Cary Grant?
I feel so terrific. It's like life is a giant weenie roast, and I'm the biggest weenie.
No argument from this corner.
Rose, you're even more relentlessly cheerful than usual.
Normally I wouldn't be this concerned, but her resistance is very low. That, coupled with her age, makes these next few hours extremely critical.
Are you saying that my mother could die?
We're doing everything possible. All we can do right now is wait and see how she responds to treatment.
Can I see her?
Not until she's out of intensive care. The best thing you can do now is go home and get some rest.
Hi, Rose. Tell me, did you get a chance to play around with those lyrics I gave you?
Yeah, listen to this.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's take it from the top.
From the top. Oh, that sounds so...
Not having read Monkey Love, Doctor, how many of your patients don't get off the monkey?
Over half. But the monkey keeps getting smaller until ultimately it's the size of a keychain. Dorothy, why don't you and Stan say your goodbyes?
Things out.
But there's still time.
I think my time has passed, Rose. 22 years I've been Mr. Terrific. 22 years! I was doing weekend weather forecast when I turned an old blanket into a cape and created Mr. Terrific. Kolak the pup.
Nobody here speaks Spanish, Stan.
Stan, what are you talking about?
Oh, I get it. Play dumb. I can play dumb.
Play? You could manage the team.
Just tell me where Ted is. Is he still asleep?
Stan, it's not what you think.
Hey, I read you, bitch.
You do this, you are out of my life forever.
Dorothy? Dorothy?
Becky, what's the matter? Something wrong?
Well, I was just wondering what being in labor feels like.
How do you feel right now?
If I had any military secrets, I'd talk.
Other things, too. We console each other, we help each other, we advise each other. And then we talk about sex again.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows. You know, every time you tell me you love me, I turn around to see who you're talking to. I can't believe it.
Believe it. I love you.
And everything that I used to worry about and, you know, I didn't worry about with you.
Like?
Makes with you.
Because you have different interests. Now, is it too much to ask of my best friends that they respect my right to have different interests and different people in my life?
I guess not.
Oh, thank you. And I promise we'll do something together real soon, okay?
You know, maybe it was a tragedy.
Rose, we've been rehearsing for 3 days. Why are you making a scene now?
Well, that was the first time we rehearsed the ending. I didn't know that Turkey and Henny and Goosey were all eaten by Foxy Loxy. Oh, the humanity.
Rose, you mean you didn't even...
On Halloween.
I've been called a lot of things in my time, but that's a first for that one. Yeah, I'm gay, Rose.
But Blanche told us you were married.
I was. After a while, I just couldn't deny the truth to myself. Seems silly, still denying it to my big sister, doesn't it?
Well, have you tried telling her?
Every time I see her.
You rang?
I want a cracker.
Doing with your retirement?
Well, Monday, I'm gonna sleep late.
What's after Monday?
Tuesday.
Basically, I'm ready for anything. Today is the first day of the second half of my life. Oh, I gotta run. I'll see you tonight.
I don't want to make a fuss.
Well, then call Enrique Massa. Let him make your fuss for you. Right there on television. You gotta stand up for your rights, Rose.
All right, maybe I'll call.
Rose!
Well, I just feel overwhelmed. How could this have happened? Charlie and I were so careful with our money. We saved, we never care.
Listen, Rose, no offense, but I find that story a little hard to believe. You don't even like to talk about sex.
Well, it's been my experience that people who talk about it a lot don't do it very often.
This is hopeless. We're never going to feel well enough to coach that game today.
Oh, I guess we'll have to forfeit. But it's going to break those kids' hearts.
Forfeit? You mean quit? You can't do that, Rose. No member of my family ever quits.
Sophia, I'm not a member of your family.
Pretend, Rose. I'm going
Much smaller.
But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose, did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon? And Ma?
You told everybody but me?
Honey, I didn't even know if you'd know what a lesbian was.
I could have looked it up.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing. I guess I underestimated you.
Well, that's not important. I've got a bigger problem.
Blanche's bed is next to the X-15 at the Space and Aviation Museum.
Would you be interested in going to an outdoor concert tonight?
Oh, you couldn't drag me out of this house tonight. St. Elsewhere's on. That's my favorite program. I never miss it.
You still watch
What, Tess?
I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut them out. I never felt so rejected in my life. Until now.
Boy, this personals idea was really a mistake.
There must be something we can do.
I think we've done quite enough already, Blanche.
I have an idea. I'm gonna set her...
I am too smart for you. I am not falling for any more of your practical jokes.
Where's Fino?
Fino is, finito. He was killed, quite ironically, in a banana packing plant.
Why was that ironical?
Excuse me, I must have made a mistake in my English. It was quite comical.
Well, I'll be the bank. Oh, good. There's the cash box. Well, honey, this is empty. Oh, I know. The St. Olaf Bank was one of the first savings and loans to go under.
Bad management?
Bad contractor. They built the bank on marshland and it sank.
You decided to install a trapeze over your bed. No, actually, I'm talking about this car.
Oh, Blanche, it's beautiful. Can you afford a car like this?
Only if I can unload my old one.
Oh, that won't be any problem. That's a wonderful car. Rose, you need a car. Why don't
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Blanche, I'm trying to decide what to get Dorothy for her birthday. What do you think about this? Good-looking, single white male seeks fun times on a regular basis.
Well, it's something she doesn't have.
Hi.
Dorothy, you're home from school.
Oh, Ma, do you realize...
I wish you could, but my mind's made up. My baby needs me.
What about me, Ma?
You've always been able to take care of yourself. You don't need me.
All right, what about me?
You were always strong and independent even before I got here. You don't need me.
What about me?
You need the Wizard of Oz.
For Rose.
Oh, thank you, God.
Oh, no, Rose, you can't pick yourself.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so hard to shop for.
Rose, you buy for...
Blanche. Okay, thanks, Dorothy. This really...
I'll load up now and keep them for stocking stuffers.
This is terrible.
Trick move from your checkers by mail partner?
No, it's from the company Charlie worked for. They've gone bankrupt, and so is their pension fund. I'm not going to be getting pension. Go on, Rose. Anyway, without a job, Pigpen started feeling useless, so the town fathers thought they'd give him a new job, putting up the Welcome to St. Olaf sign out on Miller's Lane.
Rose, is there a point to this story?
Yes! That same year, on Founder's Day, the governor was coming.
It's a little surprise. We're not visiting Lillian as much as we're breaking her out.
What? We can't do that. I mean, that's wrong. What if we get caught?
Lillian is a great friend. Will you do it, please?
Well, okay.
Good. I'll keep the staff busy. You get Lillian.
Oh, and you certainly do have a pretty place here.
Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't love it?
Well, bye-bye, Rose.
Bye. Hello.
Front door.
Hello, front door. Did two...
Morning, ladies. Hey, the way you leave that back door open, any idiot could walk in here.
And the idiot did.
So, Blanche, va-va-va-voom, huh?
What?
Last night with Ted. Cha-cha-cha. Tango-tango, ole-ole.
The problem is, overlook it. My mother did with my marriage. And if you say something smart, I'll slap you silly.
Listen, this is a private moment, so butt out, Rambo.
Thank you. You know, I can see why your friend got disillusioned, but I don't see why he withdrew for 22 years.
Oh, I can. It happened to me. When Stanley walked out, I was so devastated I locked myself in my bedroom. It was the one place that didn't remind me of Stan.
Find out just how.
Blanche! Oh. Now look here, Eddie. Now you listen to me. Dorothy has decided she wants nothing more to do with you. I can't understand why, because I think you have about the cutest ears I've ever seen on a man in my entire life. They make you kind of look like... We're talking about the aliens from outer space.
Oh, those aliens. Get out, both of you.
Dorothy, now have a heart. Rose and I rented that movie Aliens, and it just scared us half to death.
Scared me too. That Sigourney Weaver's a sweet girl, but she really shouldn't go without makeup.
I don't have time for this.
Say, Tuck. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. Well, that's good. It'll keep you on your toes. Too bad there won't be anything underneath them. Okay, we take off in 5 minutes.
Are you excited?
Dumbstruck.
Oh, I know that feeling. Well, that's great. Now I won't be able to refill the prescription till tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a holiday. Pharmacy's closed.
Maybe I have another bottle in my room.
I can't understand how you could forget to tell Rose about that accident.
Forgive me, my memory's not as good as it used to be. Nothing on me is as good as it used to be.
We're good for each other.
What about all those other great things you two did? Camping, tennis, boating?
All the time. Well, maybe only once. See, Charlie had this unnatural fear.
Of what?
Camping, tennis, boating.
Rose, don't you see? You're remembering the way it never...
John was... Oh, it's not that. I forgot to say my prayers.
Oh, Rose, God wouldn't mind if you skipped a night. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God, it's me.
Dorothy, did you have...
How could I? I mean, it always seemed to happen before I was in the room.
Look what we've eaten.
Oh, and I can't sleep on a full-star moon.
Would you look at what time it is?
It feels like, but I sure as hell remember what it looks like.
Grandma, listen.
You listen. How dare you come into our home and act like a common gigolo? You've embarrassed me, your mother, our friends. Not to mention that poor, stupid, flat-chested girl.
Just before. Well, I don't get it. They don't seem to have anything in common.
I guess it's just like that old saying, you know, opposites attract.
Oh, that's very true. Back in St. Olaf, Ollie Knudensprindle and his wife Bridget were opposites in every way. I mean, he was...
Like how to earn a living, how to pay the rent, how to be courteous to your Friday night mistake on Saturday morning. I still have to work on that last one myself.
Why does it have to be so hard?
The hardest part for me was explaining to my Kirsten the difference between...
Max, put the paintbrush down a minute. Taste this pizza. I want an absolutely honest opinion.
I'm dying.
Yeah?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Perfection, like velvet in my mouth. A masterpiece.
I don't shout. I'm a very quiet person. I even wear quiet clothes. All solids.
I'm quiet, too.
Then we'll be fine.
I just don't want the others to know you're here.
They'll never know.
In the morning, we're getting up early to play golf. You can leave while they're gone.
Great.
Cool it gets here this time of year.
You picked the right time to visit. Another month, it would be very humid.
You don't know humid till you've been in St. Louis in mid-August.
Now, I hear it gets very, very humid there, especially in mid-August.
Incredibly humid, and it's hot, sticky.
Why the hell are you marrying my...
I suppose I have to tell her.
Oh, yes, you do. You cannot let the police tell her. Oh, the night George died, my telephone rang and a highway patrolman said, "Pardon me, ma'am, do you have a yellow convertible and a husband named George?" I said, "Yes, of course. Good grief, what's happened?" And he said, "Hold on, ma'am." Put me on hold with that music while you wait.
Call.
Hello,
Hi, you're on the air with Dr. Kelly. I need your first name only.
my name is Cher.
And your problem, Cher?
I have a 55-year-old daughter named Dorothy. Dorothy Spornak. She's got problems.
My cat was named Lindstrom. I used to make it for him on his birthday and other holidays.
Wait a minute, your last name was Lindstrom. You named your cat Lindstrom?
Yes, it was less confusing for him.
I'm gonna clear the stuff from inside.
She's something.
A real pistol.
Energy she has. Look at this meal she made us. Just
My heart! My heart! Everything is going black. I'm coming to you, Sally.
Ma! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Hang on, Ma! Oh, please! Please hang on!
All right, but you have to do me a favor.
To the moon, Ma! If you wanted a favor, you could just ask.
There are only two things I look forward to eat. 6 more numbers. Seal Kessler's jumping up and down, shouting, "I'm rich! I'm rich!" Of course, she also does this every Thursday morning on the boardwalk to attract men. Frankly, I think the whole thing was fixed. That's why I told Father Donatelli I'm going to ask Hugh Downs to investigate. I guess they sent you over to show... Hot damn!
It's happened! It's finally happened! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
I take it we now get the Disney Channel?
Even better! You are looking at the winner of this year's Volunteer Vanguard Award.
Oh, Rose, honey, what are you talking about? For just a few moments.
If I may be so bold, the pantyhose are nice too. At least the hose part.
I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you, Isaac.
why don't you two just run along and we'll catch up with you later?
Blanche.
Don't you see that something is happening here?
Yes, it's the beginning of a disaster.
We don't know.
What's wrong?
What makes you think there's something wrong?
Oh, please, Stan, we were married for 38 years. You can disguise your bald head, but you can't hide your emotions. Now, what's wrong?
I lost it, Dorothy.
You never had it, Stanley.
Sophia, I forgot to give you this letter. Oh, from Sicily. A gift from Cousin Vito.
A feather. That's a message of some kind, isn't it?
What are you babbling about?
Don't play dumb with me, Ma. Everything from Sicily.
And I'm afraid if we make love, I'll kill you.
If you haven't made love in 15 years, that's a possibility. Rose, don't worry about it. Listen, I had to check up a couple of...
Your husband sold horseshoes? I thought he sold insurance.
Oh, he sold insurance for a while, but Charlie wasn't very good at it. As soon as people said no, he'd give up. Well, insurance salesmen have to keep going till they get a yes. They have to keep talking and talking and talking.
You still think of me as your little girl?
Of course I do. In fact, come on. Sit on my lap. For old time's sake.
Oh, come on, Ma. You can't be serious. I mean, I'm a grown woman.
Oh, then I had to be maid of honor at your wedding. I had to stand there and watch you marry Tom. And I had to wear that green dress, which you knew was my most awful color. I looked just like a swamp frog. Everyone I ever loved you took.
Would it help you to know that Tom Fook...
Get out! Out!
Dorothy. Oh, nice going, Dorothy. It's not going to be easy to get him to come back here for another house call.
I cannot believe that you asked this man to examine my mother.
That's one doctor whose bedside manner I have no interest in.
We definitely need a second opinion.
I wouldn't go to bed with him either, Dorothy. Forget your laundry. Well, Rex,
Look, I guess I do owe you an apology.
yes, I think you do.
I got a better idea. Tomorrow night, I'm taking you out. I'll call you tomorrow and we'll decide where.
Oh.
We'll have a great time, okay?
Okay. Morning, Sophia. What are you doing?
I'm levitating, Rose. Get lost. Come back here. You didn't deserve that. You're a good kid.
Excuse me. My friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle?
He reminds me of my old dog, Rusty.
Rose, please, Grace isn't feeling well. Can we skip the Rusty story today?
Okay, everybody, please take a seat. There's not much to explain.
I think the worst part about getting older is that overwhelming sense of where did the time go? I mean, was it really that long ago? I was just a little girl?
No, I guess. Lift up your chin and we'll count the rings.
Dorothy,
It's so hard to know what to leave here and what to put in storage.
What are you doing, Rose?
Oh, I was just going through the change.
Well, that explains the puffiness.
All right, that's it. I'm sick of this. I am not puffy. And there's no similarity between me and the Pillsbury Doe best consumer reporter ever.
I didn't realize you were such a fan.
oh my, yes, Enrique Mas is a great champion of the people. Besides, he has all that gorgeous black hair. And those swarthy Latin good looks and the sexy way he rolls his R's, Enrique. I'd love to get...
Fully has a gun.
This is a toy. He has been holding us hostage all this time with a toy gun.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I. Dorothy, you call yourself an Italian? You can't tell the difference between a toy and a real piece? Cannoli? What does an Irishman know about cannoli?
And when I was a kid in Brooklyn, every Sunday my father used to go to Zampano's Bakery for cannoli.
I never dreamed you grew up in Brooklyn.
Oh, sure. Our whole block was Irish. The other block was Italian. We used to take turns beating each other up on the way home from school.
Michael?
Oh, hi, Ma. What are you doing up?
Waiting up for you.
I brought you something.
Change from my 40?
No, these little bamboo umbrellas.
These are mine to keep.
माझ्या फक्त तूच माझ्या दिलाचा दिलबर